Hello guys, welcome back. In this video let's explore the gradients in Photoshop. So right now I've got a simple Photoshop canvas. So let's start with the gradient tool. So gradient tool is accessed by pressing G on the keyboard. Okay, so just press G and you get the gradient here. If you have different tool, you can cycle with Shift G and you get the gradient there. So here there are three tools right now. So I'm cycling between these three tools. So once you have got that, you could see there are some options for the gradient. So let's explore that gradients. So first thing first is you got the preset section where you have a space to create some presets, or if you have already preset you can access that preset and then you get that preset there. Okay, so I don't know why it's okay, the blending mode is the problem. So you have the blending mode of screen, so it was not working. Generally if it was a black background then the blending mode would work and it gives you an effect of glare, lens glare. So you are creating that with a gradient tool. If not, if you don't have presets there, you can always click this particular swatch which is showing up what gradient you have. Click that and then you got the gradient editor, and this gradient is controlled. So there is a lot of thing going on here, so we'll explore all that. So right now we have some gradients which you can just directly pick and use them like that. So make sure that it is in the normal mode, then you get the gradient. So we have this gear which is basically settings, and if you could see you have text and thumbnails, so you can choose between how you want this to be displayed. Once that is done, so you can select. So I will choose small thumbnail so I can accommodate all these gradients. So we have a list of gradients here. If not, you can just go to any of this. Let's say I go to the spectrums and I got a gradient editor dialog which is basically telling this is related to gradient editor, and we have OK, cancel and append. If I say cancel, nothing will happen. But if you say OK, right now we are in some pastel colors. So when I click OK, the pastel colors are replaced with the spectrum. So if I just go there and then this time if I choose pastels, and then instead of choosing OK, if I choose append, so you get that spectrum already there. It adds the pastels to it. So it's not replacing, it's adding the pastels. So you can choose simple, which is again I'm going to append. So simple is two color gradient with white and some other color. So select that and then you have these colors here. So this is salmon pink, and you have gradient type which is solid and noise. So right now you are in the solid mode. If you are in the noise mode, you get this. So we'll explore the solid first. So we have the smoothness option. So when I select this particular, when I click in the middle here, I got the smoothness. Okay, and when I reduce the smoothness or increase the smoothness, the way this blending is happening is, it's like a linear or exponential fall off. So you can control that smoothness there. So here we got a color swatch or color input. So we can click and add as many as color inputs. So what color is it taking? It's taking black. Let me check if I cancel it and add a green color and then go to the gradient and then click that. So it's not showing up that. Sometimes if it's taking a new color, it should basically take that color, but it's taking the history, okay, which is there. So when I'm just clicking, it's giving some odd color, but let's say if I want this pink color to be taken, so what I basically do is, instead of clicking there, I just hold Alt and click, and that gives me the same color. So it's not taking some random color. Let me click here. So it's taking some color here, which you can basically change if you want that to be changed. So click that, and it's taking that previous color. It's not taking the foreground color. So let me select that and then change it. Now you got different color inputs, so you can add as many as inputs you wanted there. And let's say you have taken too many inputs and you want to delete that. One way is you can select that and then click this button delete. So you can do that like that constantly. And if you want to delete in another way, you just click and drag it, and then it is gone. Just click and drag down. That's it. So you have these color inputs. Now if you see in this color input, there are two sub sliders here. So this particular handle, if I drag, okay, and this one if I drag, sorry, you could able to see I'm controlling the color there. I mean, it's hard blend or sharp blend, so that's really having a gradient and at the same time a sharp line, so it's not completely falling off to a different color. So let me take a yellow here. Okay, now if I drag this, you see the blend. Okay, that's really nice about these sliders. So if you could select one color swatch, this color swatch is having a color control, which you can click that and you get that options working for that particular input only. So if you select that, so it's a red color, it is located at 47th position of percentage of this total 100% slide, and you can delete it if you want. So if I put it to 50, it's exactly in the middle. Okay, so and if I just click and I can change the color there. Okay, so any color input you select, that is controlled by this. Now if I go on the top side, then the upper part is highlighted. Now the upper part has got a slider which is doing nothing right now. The reason it's doing nothing is basically it controls the transparency. So select that and then you can make that part of the gradient to be transparent. Okay, so on both sides it is transparent, and then when you apply you get that sort of result. Okay, it's transparent in the center and in the edges. Let me show you on a new layer. Okay, so it's transparent in center and outside. So click that and then you can still control that if you wanted. So this is the gradient ramp. So it is called ramp because it looks like a ramp. Okay, a piece of wooden plank. So we have noise, which gives me a noisy gradient. So we have roughness feature, which makes it slightly if you could see the way the colors are very soft, and when I increase the roughness, and this is too hard. Okay, so you can choose between that. So let's put this to 50%, which is going to be half the way. And we have restrict colors. Restrict colors, what it does is it will soften or it will remove oversaturated colors. That's the whole idea of it. And we have add transparency. It will randomizely make it transparent. Okay, in certain areas it will be opaque and certain areas it will be transparent. You could see that. Okay, and when you click randomize, it will throw different types of gradients before you, which you can choose from. Let's say you got this particular slider, and you can completely avoid red, completely avoid green or blue from that, or you can fully put the red channel, and then rest of them ranging from 0 to 1 in green and blue channels. So keep clicking randomize, and then you get beautiful color gradients. And this is very interesting when it comes to linear gradient. Okay, it looks like a very if you could see a fast moving bike and you want some fancy background in that, a motion blurred background, it looks awesome for me. Okay, and then you have this radial which gives a very concentric circles of different colors, and then you got this which gives rays. I really like this one, and I can use the curves tool and then make it look more like a race. Okay, let me actually take it in a new layer, and then I want this to be warm colors. Okay, something like that, and then just drag that. The only thing is this hard line, so we need to rotate and fix this. So I'm just choosing the levels and then bringing out all that lines to black. Okay, and then we have green channels and red channels, so you can just make nice interesting colors. And layer mask it. Okay, layer mask, and then start revealing it, and it looks like beautiful rays coming out. As I told you, if you wanted to fix that, it's very simple. Just remove that area. Okay, and then duplicate it, move the anchor point to the center, then rotate it, put the blending mode to screen, and that's gone. So you can try to randomize by using eraser tool, and then you got that. Okay, so merge it, and you got beautiful rays coming from the gradient tool. Isn't it cool? And if I start making this more sharp, that looks like hard rays. Okay, start exploring the colors, and I really like the way it has turned up. And always you can explore different hues. Awesome. So that's how you can use this gradient. Okay, and then we have the dither, which is sorry, not dither, both side. So what that actually does is, let me show you in this gradient. So in linear gradient, it is red to white or pink to white. So here this is on both sides reflected gradient. Especially when you're doing some abstract designs for your background, and this design is awesome. So we have blending modes, you know what they do, and we have opacity where you can make it a transparent. So let me first put this full, and then put the opacity of 10%, and then add more overlays on top of it. It's doing nothing, but it's okay. So transparency is that, and then we have reverse. Okay, so it reverses the gradient. For that, I'll choose the red gradient, and then you see the gradient, see the diamond is in center, white is outside. When I use the reverse, it goes opposite side. And then we have dither, which is on. So if it is off, you get the banding effect. Okay, so when I choose the dither feature, the banding will be reduced, so it adds that subtle noise to it, and it will try to fix the banding effect with this dither feature. Then we have transparency. So what is transparency here is, let's say if I've got this gradiency which is having the transparency there. Okay, should be able to see that it is transparent, and when I drag it, the whole drawing, the whole colors are spread there from blue to green, which is there in the gradient. When I switch on the transparency, you see the center blue is no more, it's in black, and the reason is it's transparent. Let me show you with more clarity. So it's only green here, and now you should be able to see it's only green, so it's not showing all the colors. And then take a new layer and then choose the marquee selection tool, choose a gradient. Okay, so in gradient I'll be choosing any one of these colors. So I've taken this this gradiency. So you got a white on the corner, and then you got red. Gradually this red is turning to dark red or maroon color. So here choose the radial gradient, and then just click and drag like that, and you should be able to get that nice sphere. And then I can use this one. I'll put it behind, lock transparent pixels and black, and you should see I've created simple drawing here with gradiency. So that's a problem. I should be able to see I got a simple cylinder here. Okay, so maybe I can take a ellipse there. So it's fixed ratio, I just choose normal, and then I'll take a new layer and then use a gradiency there. Okay, and then also I'm going to take this selection there. Okay, and then use lasso. I'll add to the existing selection like that. Shift Control I and delete what? The background. So it's became nice cylinder, and you know what to do. Copy it, hold Control and drag it to create that nice. So put it on the back, lock transparent pixels, and you got the cylinder.